Alright, well, it's slightly better, but still really bad. Oh well. I'm gonna continue to do my thing and not stress. Thanks, Twitch. I can tell you my OBS is barely using any of my CPU. So, pretty sure the issue's not on my end. Seems like no matter what I do, since Christmas I just get shit frames. Whatever. How was everyone's day? My day was good. My day was great. Slept in again. And then I got to do laundry tomorrow, so I probably will not do a day stream. I was thinking I wanted to play Minecraft today, but I just didn't make it over to my computer. Hey, honey on potatoes. Pardon the dropped frames today. Twitch is being an ass. But fortunately, there's not much happening. I'm just painting. All these ovular shapes are going to be more circular. And I am going to make edges and outlines for them as well. This white paint smells so good. It's like aromatic. Yeah, they are slightly better. It was at like 40% dropped. Now it's at only 16. So, great. It is slightly better though. I'll take it. I changed to a different server. I just had it on auto, which usually goes to Virginia. I put it on Atlanta. See if that helps me a little bit. I mean, I know of other streamers that are in Charlotte, and their streams are totally fine right now, so... I don't know. Oh shit. Hello? Bubble Kitty! Thank you for the raid. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. I know we already heard some of this stuff, but I just kind of set the music back a little bit. Why not, right? Why not hear it again? Such a joyous video game song. How was your night, Bubble Kitty? I'm going to give you a shout out. Hold on just a sec. Thank you. Pardon the frameage. Bubble. It's kind of harder for me to type tonight. Doing the one-handed type. The boomer type. You were playing Animal Crossing. Nice. What did you do in Animal Crossing tonight? So I have these weird like corn-like plants, which I turned into these bonsais. They have these egg shapes coming off of them, which you can kind of see on this side of the painting. So I'm turning them into circles, and I'm going to make them like bubbles. So I'm going to bring them to like the foreground. Hey, Lappin. Welcome on in. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Lappin. I don't know, but thank you. Yes, she is censored. Oh, you're very welcome. I was happy to raid you. I've checked you out a few times since the first raid there, and Haley's spoken so highly of you, and a couple of my other viewers also are like recommended you, so I was like, yeah, let's go over there. Definitely. Cool. You're Your night was good. Did some trading, decorating. Really new to streaming. So you're awkward when you're streaming. You know what? There's no right or wrong way to stream, other than being like begging. You know, if you're begging and maybe a little too pushy, that's a little off-putting. But if you're just chilling, awkwardly playing your game or doing your thing, that's not bad. You've been wanting to do more art? I followed you on Instagram. You do have some really cool art. I'm more of a like acrylic painter. Most of my stuff is by Honey on Potatoes. Most of my stuff is like abstract landscapes. I'll give you a quick little show of my paintings. Maybe you've seen them, I don't know. I've showed them on stream a few times, but I have this one, which is a cityscape I did for my brother. Just, you know, found a really clear photo of the skyline and kind of threw my own twist on it there. We have a kind of rainbow pagoda. A lot of my stuff's very linear, very like fluid, and kind of geometric, abstracted. You gotta go, it's late for you. All right, take it easy. Thanks for hopping in, Bubble Kitty. I'll see you later. Yeah, so that's one that I finished. So these are all like in reverse order. So the city skyline I finished in 2020. This one was like early 2020, late 2019. This blue one is like early 2019, late 2018. I'm very slow. I'm not very prolific. But, you know, because I paint with like a teeny tiny brush. And then this one's like late or early 2017-ish. And those are the four I like to show the most often because I think they're the prettiest. So yeah, kind of abstracted landscapes. This one that I'm working on now is actually really old. And then I looked at it this year and was like, yeah, it could stand to have a little more work done on it. So I picked it back up and really started piling on some more details. Because it just, when I was looking at it this year, it just looked really sloppy. And I wasn't happy with it. So I was like, I am going to work on this some more. I also have a male version, which is like way bigger, which I need to finish. They're both really old pieces that I kind of dropped. And I'm like trying to finish. But this one's smaller, so it was a bit more of like an easy to accomplish goal, you know? But I just like my acrylics. And this is on the Yupo paper. I think I mentioned it in your stream. We had a little art discussion the first time I rated you. So yeah, right now, these former corn plants are now bonsais with bubbles floating around them. Yeah, so it's Yupo paper. It's basically like plastic. So there's actually a painting on the back side of it, which you can kind of see. It's like mildly transparent. So you can kind of see it coming through in the picture frame there behind her. And like her hair is still transparent and see-through, and you can see stuff. Yeah, it's essentially, it's not quite as thin as Mylar, but it's just a nice, smooth plastic. But it actually has some tooth to it, so you can like draw and erase on it really easily. It has interesting properties with like alcohol inks and stuff, the way they like make contact with it and spread. It's very fluid. It's interesting. I feel like it's a pretty hardy material too. I like it because it's like paper, but it doesn't ripple, you know? Even if I were to like douse it in water, nothing would ever happen to it. And if I truly made a mistake, I could essentially take my fingernail and, you know, pop it off of there after it dries. I don't know the longevity of the material, you know? As far as like what will this painting look like in 50 years? I don't know. Only time will tell. Song makes you want to sneak into a castle. This is just like a random playlist I found on YouTube that I thought was pretty cheeky, pretty cute. Nintendo music. It's a little on the quirky side. Alright, once I get these made, I'm going to start outlining them with a super small brush. And then go back and do some small bubbles after I outline the big ones. Yeah. Early game Ocarina. Classic moments. Some of these songs I'm not familiar with, but there was a lot of good ones on it. I was like, yeah, I can listen to that. Since I have to cut out listening to my own music, you know, I gotta find alternatives. Which I'm super bummed about. That was like one of my favorite parts of my painting streams is like, I would just throw on one of my playlists and go to town, but now I have to settle for video game music, and trust me, it's settling. Yeah, I just don't like it as much as like the normal music I listen to. I just want to put on a good ambient drone and like drift into a zone, you know? Alright, there's only 2 more of these big ones. Yeah, I got them all. Okay, 2 more. I think my next step with this frame issue is to like call my ISP and be like, what the fuck is going on? Alright. We got all the bubbles. Alright, time for the teeny tiny brush. Well, is that the one? And that's not the one. All right. This playlist has some classic Zelda tunes. Oh, I see one that I missed. Snuck in there. I think I'm gonna change the name of my stream to Twitch Stop Eating My Frames. Okay. Let's do an orange-yellow bubble. New Leaf vibes. That was actually from the Mystery Islands on New Horizons, which is a really chill song. I think it's like the nighttime version of it. Let's see, we'll do purple next. Purple's a little chunky, this paint. Let's do green on this one. Do green blue. I guess I should give them... There's not really a light source in this painting, which makes it very vague to try and represent stuff. Do like little... shinies. Alright. 4 bubbles down. I guess this next one's gonna be... I had it as yellow, but... I'll do another green. Maybe yellow-green. Well, since I have lots of frame drops tonight, I'm probably not going to stay on a very long time. I feel like maybe I'm going to end the night by calling my ISP and complaining. I hope they're ready to field my call at like 2 in the morning. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot happening on the screen. It's very static anyway. You just see my hand jumping around basically. And things kind of popping in that I did, but it's at such a small scale, it's like you can't even really, can barely even tell It's still just like really obnoxious though. That I can't seem to get it to be a consistent thing. Rainbow bubbles. God, who would have thought they'd be rainbow bubbles? Definitely need to do another coat on the interiors of these though. Yeah, I'm using normal OBS. I've officially ditched Streamlabs for good. I'm not going back. Because this is using half of the CPU power. I mean, the CPU was never an issue in Streamlabs, but it was also kind of unstable and would crash on me. Alright, we're gonna do purple blue bubble. You get more features in normal OBS. Yeah, as long as, and I kind of started, I didn't start with Streamlabs, I started with normal OBS, but then I was like, well, OBS is pretty streamlined. It seemed kind of nice at the time, but the more I learned, the more I realized you don't really need all that bullshit. Not really necessary. It was just like part of the application, but I was never going to use it, so it was like requiring energy that it was just pointless. Ooh, this is a good one. Oops. Ooh, that was a bad line. It's fine. All right. Some of these songs are so short, too. It's like right when I feel like it's getting into a groove, it just ends. Which is another thing with video game music. It's very... Generally, it's very fast-paced, which is not really my style. Alright, this is going to be a red bubble. do red and blue. Switch it up a bit. This is Pikmin. It's Pikmin music from, I have the playlist up. Pikmin music from Nintendo Land, which I've never actually played. It is kind of a niche thing, yeah. I would say it definitely doesn't have massive appeal. It's kind of a very watered down real-time strategy game. It's like Nintendo's casual version of real-time strategy, which I find kind of appealing. But it's I don't find it particularly challenging. The Pikmin 3 final boss was kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward, like, real-time strategy game. Basically, each Pikmin has a different strength or utility, and then you just figure out which of the 5 types of Pikmin to use in a certain situation. And you can also break them into like factions and control multiple groups and stuff. I would consider Metroid semi-obscure. Not really. Metroid has a very distinguished, like, name. More so than something like Pikmin. It doesn't have the best sales, which I guess kind of play into it a little bit. Apparently Zelda's more of like an America thing, because people in Japan aren't really like big on Zelda. Has more appeal over here. Alright, these bubbles look pretty good. I'm happy with them, I think. Also, I forgot how iconic this pirate music is from Wind Waker. So good. Alright, well, it's going a little faster than I thought it would. So, once I get these bubbles in, I'm gonna layer in behind and in front of these bubbles just a couple more. I think I want to put some bubbles kind of coming out of this goblet in front of her, which you can barely see it because it's actually like a reflective paint, but like when I put a shadow over it like that, you can see it a lot better. It's actually like silver. It's got like a reflection quality to it. Looks white on the camera. The same with the box. This box is actually like white and silver lines. Which reminds me, I need to... I don't like this line, so I think I'm gonna basically obscure it a little bit more again. I like it in the other spots, but I don't necessarily love it here. It's fine if it shows a little, I just don't want it to be as apparent as it is right now. So we're gonna kind of switch that up. Hey, aloha Moira. Pardon the frame droppage. Twitch is eating me up for dinner tonight. Twitch said, not your stream. Your stream's just a snack. So we're chilling. Chilling, doing some painting, quiet times, listening to some weirdo tunes. Fortunately, I mean, it's a static image, so there's not much going on. It's basically, you'll see my hand warp in and out. You know? You'll see it kind of, 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's not. But I hope you're having a great night out there. Let's see. This purple seems a little dark, doesn't it? Seems a little off. The funny thing is, when I look at like the camera image of the painting, I can sometimes see the line imperfections a little bit better than I can just looking at it with the naked eye. It's like seeing the image translated from like into a camera seems to help me spot flaws a bit better. Right. Yeah, I kind of like that line being a little, like, so you can still see it, it's just not as hard. Playlist has a lot of like kind of off the wall Zelda tunes on it. This song is iconic. It is good. Whenever I hear this, I think of that extremely loud rupee noise when you smash the rupees. It's like ear piercing. Spent so much time in the minigame galleries as a kid. It did have some really good minigames in Ocarina. Alright, see, like, this stripe is way thinner on the bottom, and I did not see that. But now I see it when I was looking at the camera representation of the image. It's way more apparent. Alright, that was just a quick little fix. Feels like I'm at the country fair, or county fair. It does kind of give off that vibe. Definitely can feel that. Oh my god, I need a back scratcher. Back scratcher would be absolutely clutch right now. You're over snowflakes and snowmen. That's what Animal Crossing events do. They just push you to the edge and then you're like, I'm fucking done with this shit. I don't want to see it again all year. And then it takes you another, like, till next year to feel like, okay, I can do this again. And then repeat the cycle. She needs some outlining on her body, too. I'm gonna use a little tad bit of purple, I think, on her. Just enough to make her, like, stand out. Because I just realized, like, this part by the cup, her body just kind of fades into the background. There's, like, no contour line there. Just want the popsicle DIY and then you'll ignore snowmen forever. Making a perfect snowman was awful until I figured out the easiest way to do it. Apparently if you make 2 perfect large snowballs and then you roll one over 10 blocks of like a path, then it will be just big enough for the head. So I used that and then I got like all the perfect snowmen I needed within a couple days. They're a pain in the ass though. Alright. Got her little shoulder contour. Honestly, I find the balloon grinding to be the most annoying part of any event. Not a fan of balloon grinding, like, not even in the slightest. Oh my god, I just fucked that up. Whoops. Captain Toad. So cute. I really wanted to rebuy it on the Switch, but I couldn't justify it. I did love it on Wii U, though. How do you change the leader in 2-player Animal Crossing? When you're doing co-op, you can shake the controller with the current leader, and then shake the controller with the second person once the prompt pops over their head. Or you can press A once the prompt pops over the head of the current leader. It'll say like change leader. I just shake the controller. Otherwise you can go into the app and go to the little blue flag app, and that will trigger the menu with all the options you can do during co-op, and then you can just choose like change leader. But it's way quicker to just like gently shake the controller. You got it for Christmas for the Switch. It's a great game. It's very kind of breezy and not terribly difficult, but I don't really see that as a detriment. Not all games have to be like an experience in masochism to be enjoyable. In my opinion. I'm perfectly happy with some light, fluffy Captain Toad puzzles. It is very pretty too, yeah. The perspective on it, it's just pretty to look at. Alright, I had to edge her hair because it was really hard to tell. It was like messing with my eyes, figuring out. Now I gotta edge the whole thing though is the problem. Maybe I'll do it in like a light purple this time. It seems to have a smoother application. I just have to have such a minuscule amount of paint on the brush. Too much and it's a huge glob and a mess. Oh my god, my frames are at 40% drop now. I hate this website this month. I'm fucking over it. Played a little bit of New Leaf. Thought it was amazing how long we put up with the inventory and storage size. Oh my god, I know, it's awful. It is so bad. Having like only that chest of drawers with like however many slots in it. Awful. Terrible. Especially considering that New Leaf had like a lot of items in it compared to New Horizons, like furniture options. Yeah, I will say I never used to change my clothing in New Leaf like I do in New Horizons. Daily outfit changes were not a thing for me. Actually, I remember, yeah, I remember having the museum was like my clothing closet for a long time. Malo Mart. It's got some obscure tunes, this playlist. I love that you can just name them almost instantly right off the bat. I hardly remember Twilight Princess these days. Alright, that was the end of that playlist, so... Now on to something I've heard a million times and adore. Despite the drab colors, it has some of the best bosses, music, locations, and partner. It's been so long since I played it. I bought the Wii U remake and never actually played it. So I honestly haven't played it since I owned it on the Wii. Can't fall asleep, so you're back. Welcome back, Bubble Kitty. Frame droppage has increased twofold. Fortunately, I'm just doing minuscule line work. Probably barely visible to the camera anyway. Just me and my teleporting hands. Smoke-free encouragement, thank you. Thank you, thank you. We're past the 4-month mark. The hard part's over. It's just maintaining the smoke-free vibes. Feels good. Alright, her hair is outlined. It's mostly behind the sensor. True. That is true. Her hair was outlined in white, but now I'm outlining the white outline with like an even smaller blue-purple line just to define the shape of the hair a bit better. Hey, Haley, no worries. Welcome on in. I am just painting my little heart out with my teleporting hand. Hope you had a great Tuesday. Hope it treated you well. Alright. Now that definitely helps her level of detail. Helps me understand a little bit better the layering of stuff. Oh my god! Aw, Haley. Thank you for the gift sub. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, he said hello earlier. He said hello, and now he's lurking, enjoying the night. That was very sweet of you, thank you. Starting edging all this stuff is probably a dangerous precedent I'm setting for myself here, but I feel like I have to do it. This area, it was like, it makes no sense unless I do it. Alright. Clean up this white. The edges are a little rough. Okay. So we got these bubbles done. On that side, we're going to start on the ones to the left of her. Need to give my palette a little water spray. One moment. I'm going to mute for a sec. Okay. Back at it. Trying to think of anything else I can do to like help this frame issue. I did read that. 400 followers is a big deal. I got a huge raid last night. I was so surprised, so thrilled. It was the biggest raid I'd ever received. Thank you for supporting streamers. You're so generous and sweet. Any community's lucky to have you. Let's do purple, green. Ooh, there's like a big string coming off my bristle brush here. Don't want that. Aw. You are a VIP. my god, this outline on this one is like absurdly thick. I don't think that's really gonna work. This is not the same shade of blue. I swear I thought it was the same tube. Shit, shit, shit. Looks like we gotta do on the fly color match here. Also, well, the blue on this painting was probably applied over 5 years ago, so it very well could be the same blue, just extremely faded. It does actually kind of look like that's the case. Where's everyone in chat tonight? I don't know. They may be relaxing on their couch. They may be watching another stream. They might have gone to bed early, like a normal person. Who knows? I try not to think about it, you know? If I thought about all that stuff when I streamed, I would drive myself absolutely fucking crazy, so I just... Plus, I think painting, and with my frame drops, you know? People get frustrated when the stream is like a slideshow. I would be, I mean I am, but... So... They're probably just watching something a little less frustratingly choppy. To which I say, fair. Going to bed early, yeah, same. In bed before 3 a.m., never. Bed before 3 a.m., impossible. Alright, that looks... I've kind of botched this little area a little bit. It's looking a little bit on the janky side. Okay, it's fine. Playing on Switch with this in the back. Hey! In bed before 3? Probably asleep by 3? Never. For me, it's neither. Though I often say, oh, this is the night. This is the night it happens. And then I end up staying on my computer an extra hour after I end the stream. Without fail. background music is amazing. This is from Chrono Cross, that RPG game that I finished. I guess it was like, God, it's already been like maybe 6 weeks or something. One of my favorite games, and definitely my favorite video game music of all time. Seriously the best. Like, when I say I'm not a big fan of video game music, that applies to every video game except for this one. Because this is legit. Just really, really good atmospheric, chill music. Alright, so the bottom of this bubble. Yo! Oh my god, a raid! Hello, AZ. Welcome on in, raiders. We're having some frame drop issues tonight, so if you're down to watch what I call a painting slideshow tonight, then join me. We're listening to some Chrono Cross right now and just in a zone. Let me see what you are up to. Come on in. If you're a lurker, feel free to lurk. Ooh, beauty and body art. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, thank you. Very kind of you to raid me. My name is PinkJJS. I am doing painting. I typically play Animal Crossing, and I'm working through Zelda games right now, but you do catch me painting from time to time. So if you're interested in that, check me out. I'll show y'all a couple of examples of my work. Mr. Jackpots! Oh my god, thank you. The Twin Peaks reference is acknowledged. You have a special place in my heart, Vidoku. Mr. fucking Jackpots. You're the first person that's actually pointed out the legit moment. So, kudos to you. It's my... I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that raid message. It's too perfect. But okay, here's a couple of examples of my work. I do these kind of abstracted landscapes, essentially. This one right now is not really that. This one's an older piece that I'm kind of retouching and cleaning up because I finished it years and years ago and looked at it in 2020 and was like, yeah, this needs more work. So, but a lot of my stuff is kind of linear, abstracted landscapes, kind of geometric, colorful, bright, like explosions. But there's kind of a common style to them, I suppose. So, a couple of examples there. These are some examples over the past like 4 years. Going like back to like most recent to oldest there. So yeah. And right now I'm doing like a reclining female nude figure that I started many, many years ago. AZ Mediski, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very, very much. Yeah, the frames, Twitch hates my guts. Ever since Christmas, I've been getting extreme frame droppage. So, fortunately, a painting stream's very static. There's not a lot going on. So, you're going to see my teleporting hand, and you're going to see details popping in here and there. And I'm just rolling with it because I've done everything I can on my end, other than call my ISP and like chew them out, which is next. But yeah, we're listening to some Chrono Cross, getting deep in a zone, and just loving life. I kind of think of my painting stream nights as like an off night. Like I'm just kind of, you know, deep in a relaxed place. I'm not even... because it requires me to like look down a lot and focus a little bit more than I do when I'm just like running around in Animal Crossing, you know? So, thank you for that follow. Hopefully if you come see me again, I'll have good frames. That's the dream. But yeah, right now I had these corn-looking plants, and what I've done is I had these bubbles were actually like, they almost look like corn cobs coming off the plants. So I changed the plants into these like bonsai-looking trees, and now I'm changing the corn cob things into bubbles because I just didn't like what it was before. I just like wanted to get rid of it completely, but obviously the painting's way too far along for that to like retool all of that. So I'm just kind of fiddling around, figuring stuff out. Oh my god, Bob's live again tonight? Oh my god, I love Bob's streams. Last time Bob was streaming, I think it was Smash Brothers, and I rated Bob. Because I had to. It just felt like what the thing that needed to be done. And mostly it was just like Bob's partner was just like owning people in Smash, and Bob was getting killed like first out every time. Priceless moments. I don't know. I don't think he was really reading chat, honestly. I don't think he reads chat very much. I didn't really care though. I never raid with the expectation of being noticed. I think that's just, you know, the wrong way to view it. It's more like, I just want to like go watch and see this person. See what they're up to, learn about them. I mean, I know Bob's YouTube has actually been really entertaining these past few months. I've been watching a lot of the Bob's like makeup tutorials. Yeah, that's true, for sure. Some streamers are really good at it though. I am not that great at it. Full disclosure. God, I made the outlines on these particular shapes like extremely thick. I'm regretting it now. Bunch of streams you just close because it just goes by so fast. Oh, like, yeah, the chat, for sure. Like, there's no point. You just, yeah. That's why it's, different streams are like, they fulfill different needs. You know, if you're watching a big streamer kind of doing their thing, it's more like a passive viewing experience. It's like a sporting event or something of that nature. There's not much interaction to be had, you know? It's just like passive viewing. When you're watching a smaller streamer or like you're in a smaller community, it's much more of like an interactive kind of experience. So they fulfill different purposes, I feel like, you know? Sometimes it's like, it's just, it's honestly a totally different experience, one to the other. It's like when somebody's playing a sport on the field, you're not like, they're just there. They're doing their thing. There's no interaction to be had. It's just straight up somebody like performing. Or I guess maybe a better like analogy is maybe like a play, you know? It's like if there was an actor on a stage in like a musical or a play, you're not like asking them questions or anything like that. It's just like a limited viewing experience. But a small streamer is more like a forum, you know? It's more like an AMA or something along those lines, I guess. Like a guided talk or I don't know. Yeah. Chat's always a good thing because, you know, if there's no chat happening, it can be a little demoralizing for a lot of people. But I think the best thing, if anyone is ever interested in streaming, not that I'm like a big streamer and have like amazing advice, but my advice is just don't put stock into like trying to force conversations. They just gotta happen, you know? You just let things flow naturally. People will come if they find you interesting. Let's do purple and green. Well, no, purple and blue. I haven't done blue in a minute. You'll try streaming this year? That would be awesome, Alex. I would watch you. Like, I don't know. I think people start streaming with like this grand plan to make it this like huge venture. And it is possible, but you have to treat it like a job if you're going to do that. You have to essentially market yourself in social media, have alternate forms of content on other platforms. It's like a whole thing, you know? And some people aren't in it for that. I'm just in it to play games and talk, honestly. If I gather a following, then maybe I can rethink my strategy, but I think it's just more fun to chill and relax. But the people I respect streamers who like have huge channels and put in the work and do all that stuff. They have like amazing looking layouts. They make, you know, social media content, and it's honestly like really interesting to look at from an outside perspective and see, you know, just, I don't know. It's cool to observe. I've always been more of an observer type, you know? Like, when I'm in streams, I'm 90% a lurker. Straight up. Which is why I appreciate people who chat so much, because I know it's like not everybody's bag. Some people just really want to watch, and I think that's totally fine. I encourage whatever way someone wants to interact with content. There should never be any pressure put upon them to like alter the way they view the content, which is why I like, you know, I never encourage people to sub. I just feel like don't do it unless you can do it. And even then it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm perfectly happy to just chill and get to know people. Alright, that one's done. Lurkers are the MVPs. Well, maybe, I mean, yeah. You can't have a big stream unless you have, because you gotta think like, even streams with like hundreds or thousands of viewers, like what, a huge chunk of that audience is going to be lurkers, always. You know? Hey, Kirsty. Can't stay. Wanted to say hey, and I'm sad I'm missing the art stream. Kirsty, I got your package today. When you're off of work, and also when my frames aren't shit, I'm gonna open it on stream. I haven't opened it yet. I'm gonna wait. Kirsty sent me a little thing, and I'm gonna wait until Kirsty can see me open it. It's in its little Amazon bag and everything. Are you at work? You must be at work. This song seems really loud. You are. Back to work. Don't let him catch you on your phone. Damn, that song is like super shrill in parts. Gotta go move more boxes. Nice. Also, hey, Pumpkin Queen. I don't think I said hey. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. I understand streamers who want to monetize it, because it's definitely a viable form of income for some people who like have a knack for it. And I respect that, but I don't view my stream in that way at this point in time. I'm just chilling. And how could I with 28.7% dropped frames? Twitch. If OBS Studio doesn't save me, resetting my router, closing all... you know what I need to do is run a bandwidth test. See what my upload speed is. Because if my upload speed is shit, then it's definitely my connection. Of course it is, Haley. Yeah, of course. It's like a job to quite a few like bigger streamers, which is great, which is fine. You know, there's different streams fulfill different needs for other people. Twitch is a whole ecosystem in and of itself. It's like, I don't know, there's esports, there's art streams, there's chatting streams. It's there's a whole wide variety of stuff out there that appeals to like many different types of people. Cooking, yeah, there's cooking. There's a lot. Missing so many streams now that you work overnight. Don't be sad. I'll be chilling on Twitch for many moons to come. There will be plenty of time in the future. I don't see myself like just disappearing one day. Because again, I'm not really putting that kind of pressure on myself to perform. So let's do red and green. I haven't done green. Do that. Charity streams, yeah. I'd like to do a charity stream one day. I haven't looked into like the like how to go about it. I'm sure it's probably not as complicated as it sounds in my head. Essentially, you just gather the money and then donate it right away. But I haven't actually like looked into it. I don't even know what kind of charity I would raise money for. Probably something that like feeds people or shelters people. I think would probably be the best thing to do. I mean, it would be nice to do maybe like providing arts for communities, but I feel like you can't enjoy things like art until you have security in life. And that comes with having food to eat and clothing and shelter, you know? So sometimes I feel like charities that provide things that are more luxurious, I don't see as like something I'd be that interested in. Or, you know, medical care, that would be a great one. It's ASMR? ASMR cooking stream. That would be pretty interesting. Like crunching up noodles. I have mixed feelings about people eating on stream too. Like, it doesn't necessarily bother me a ton to hear it unless it's like really gross noises like slurps and wet sounding noises, but like crunching a chip or something, that kind of thing doesn't bother me, or like crinkling a package. While it can be shrill and kind of, it doesn't really, it's not like I'm not grossed out by it. But I personally can't eat on stream. I'm too self-conscious. I don't like being observed when I eat. This paint's getting a little sticky, a little tacky. Let's do orange here. Let me see the results of my speed test. Yeah, my speed test is 30 ping, 190 download, and 8.7 upload. So I should not be having any kinds of frame drop issues right now, according to the speed test. Yeah, these bubbles look better. Way better than eggs. There's still a lot to do, though. I'm going really slow. I'm going, like, way slower than usual. A meditation or, like, a yoga stream would be really cool. Get, like, a singing bowl. You know, I think we had a singing bowl somewhere here, me and my husband. Maybe we left it in the last place we moved from because the lady we were living with like loved it so much. We might have just left it with her, but we had like one of those, like, I guess it's Tibetan singing bowls that you get like the velvet lined mallet, and then you like circle the rim. Speed test can mean nothing. I kind of figured, like, they're arbitrary. I wouldn't put it past Spectrum to be pulling some bullshit. No, it's not the image. I even dropped my bitrate. Like, I ended and then dropped the bitrate. It's been doing it on video game streams too. It's just like Christmas Day, Christmas night, I had like 75% dropped frames, and I was just doing, I think it was just Animal Crossing because I was doing Toy Day stuff. So I don't know. I think it's, and like last night was great. Last night I had like no drop frames, none. And I was playing, I think it was Animal Crossing again. Yeah, I was doing Animal Crossing last night. I don't know what it is. Spectrum's pretty good for the most part. Maybe it's like the way my information's getting routed to the server, but again, I've watched like streamers I know that are in the same city as me, and their, you know, their connections are great. Wait, shit, that's the wrong brush. Signal from your modem box to your modem box from the street. Yeah, that could be it. It just seems so unstable. One night it's great, the next night it's total shit, the next night it's great again. There's like absolutely no consistency. Yeah, like a bad cable. That's kind of what I was thinking. Hey, General Amazingness. Me and my brush are indeed deep in a zone. All our own. Yeah, I'm enjoying painting. I don't do it as often as I should. I really should find a way to do it more regularly. It's just I like playing games so much. I can't like I like getting my Animal Crossing in every week. I like getting my my Zelda in. And I like starting new stuff too, so it's kind of hard to find the time sometimes. I also am a person who, like, for some months I'll be really into art, and then I'll be like, and then I'll be in like a video game phase, and then I'll be in like a music discovery phase where I'll just want to download and listen to a bunch of like new music. I've been in a video game phase basically since Animal Crossing came out. I am a lefty, I am. Could just be congestion on your block. See, but it's like, I always stream after like 11 p.m. essentially. And I've actually streamed during the day as well occasionally. And apparently like during the day, my connection is actually like my frame droppage is lower. There's absolutely no consistency to it. Didn't mean to pull the eye. Hey, I'm happy to get more perspectives on it because I am not that knowledgeable and stuff like that at all. Like at all. So anyone who can give me any kind of alternate perspective on something like that is helpful. Because I'm basically at the point where I just want to call my ISP and complain about it. Which is, I'm not someone who usually does that. I'm kind of waiting to like see how things shake out once kids are back in school too. You know? Before I'm like, because it just started doing it at Christmas. Literally on Christmas night is when the problem started. Oh, Andrew's cute. Andrew, you cute? Let's hear more about how cute Andrew is. Tell me. Show me. That is not a correct circle. Crap. Fine. It's fine. Oh, what I said was cute. Oh, Oh. I got it now. Hard, you say? Oh my god, this song. Sad times. She's just chilling in a room, surrounded by bubbles and bonsais. Glass of wine. She's got a little dog treat down here. I don't know if anyone can see the little doggy milk bone. She's got a milk bone on the floor. The dog must slightly be out of frame, I guess. I don't know why I put a milk bone in there. But I did. Ginger bearded, kind of short. Oh my god, I'm short too. Apparently I have a lot of short viewers as well. We're like a stream of shorties up in here. Though there's a couple that are really tall. No hate to the tall babies out there. She drinking red or white? She seems like she'd be drinking red. Right now it's just colorless. 5'3", 5'8". I'm 5'5". For the record. Though I'm sure once I get a little older, I'm going to start shrinking. Which is fine. My husband's tall enough to grab tall, high up objects for me. I can handle that. Plus, I never bump my head on anything. I don't see how dirty it is in high places. There's some benefits. Since when is 5'8" short? Of course, yeah. People shrink. The older you get, you start shrinking. It's a thing. Because your spine starts compressing and, you know, you hunch over. It'll be a while, of course, but I'm already basically middle-aged at this point. Can't believe it. Alright, we're doing a yellow-orange bubble here. Yellow just doesn't show up very well. That's why I'm not using it a lot. It doesn't give me the kind of crisp, highly visible edge that I'm really looking for. Which is why I've got to like blend it slightly with orange so it can even be seen. The same with like the lime green. The chartreuse is not great. It's like the paint is too thin and transparent. Alright, that's good. Not the greatest looking circle. These are all free-handed circles, so I have to do more overlapping. I have to like have some small bubbles in front of these, some small bubbles behind them. Not a lot of overlapping going on right now. Also, this paint's getting real chunky. I am also getting chunky. I haven't been to the gym in forever. I rejoined in like November, and then cases started spiking again. I was like, I'm not going back there yet. It's only Planet Fitness, so it's really cheap. And the cool thing is, they were doing a thing where there's no commitment. So like, the only way I don't have to stay on for 12 months if I don't want to. I can kind of, wait, I missed a host? That host didn't show up in my list. Thank you for the host. Appreciate that. But yeah, they were having a promotion in November that was like, no commitment necessary. So I can basically cancel at any time. But the thing with Planet Fitness is their cancellation process is real shady. You have to like cancel through a certified letter that you mail. They won't like just let you cancel on the spot or call. You have to like actually mail a certified letter showing that it was received by the recipient. Gyms. Fucking bullshit. But hey, NZ, was that you that hosted? Appreciate that. Yeah, you have to write a cancellation notice. And it has to be like a certain amount in advance before you can cancel, like a couple weeks or something before like your next payment is due. Or if you had a contract, like a certain amount of weeks before you have to. It's the gyms have been doing that for so long. It's not just Planet Fitness that really does that. It's a lot of gyms, but it's definitely a thing. They want to make it difficult so they can keep charging you, keep you there, keep draining money from your bank account. Yeah, you can do that too. You can ask the bank to stop. Sometimes they'll report you to collections though, unless you do it through the proper channels. But yeah, many people will do it that way. Definitely bullshit. I actually didn't have to cancel it that way. I joined them in like late 2018 when I was losing weight back then. And I used it for a really long time, and then my contract ran out in March of this year. Which was, well, no, actually it was January of 2020. And then it was like month to month I could keep paying them. And then when COVID hit, they like froze all accounts so you didn't have to pay. And they were making cancellation way easier for people. You could just essentially call. What actually I had to do is I sent the certified letter, and I somehow never got a notice that the letter was delivered properly from the post office, because this was also like, you know, the post office was going through its own thing at the time. And I contacted like a regional Planet Fitness person and was like, I mailed this certified letter on this date and never received word that my membership was canceled. Can you tell me if my membership is canceled? And then they got back to me like 3 weeks later and said that it was. And it was. I guess they had to cancel them for people because with the locations being closed, and like nobody being there to like field communications, people couldn't use the cancellation letter method to actually cancel their memberships. So I guess if you reached out and tried to cancel through alternative means, they would be forced to cancel because that was the only way you could do it. And because there was people were like they were like starting class action lawsuits because there was no way to actually cancel. Because if you mailed them a letter and nobody was there to receive it, nobody was there to cancel your membership. And so it was like this bullshit vicious cycle. So they were forced to basically cancel memberships for anyone who requested it due to COVID. So I did that. And said, fuck them, I'll rejoin when I'm ready. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm ready. And then cases started spiking again. I was like, I guess I'm not ready. But yeah, there was a whole like kerfuffle about it when COVID first hit, that gyms were like being real sketchy about people canceling. And it was like all in the news because people didn't want to go to gyms. Obviously gyms, I mean, people are breathing heavy there. There's like high concentrations of people. They're not the safest place to go when there's a pandemic. Go figure. I shouldn't have rejoined when I did, but I figured it was dying down, and then it just turned out to be completely the wrong decision. But it's like $10 a month, so I'm not like... I spend $10 a week on like bullshit. So I'm fine paying it for a little bit. And I can cancel whenever with a letter. I know how to do it now because I already did it, so... And I have the letter typed up. I literally just have to like change the date and take it to a post office. Yeah, Charlotte actually had its highest day ever like 2 days ago. Highest day of hospitalizations, I should say. And this game has the best fucking music. I can't get over it. Anyway, I've lost weight plenty of times before, so I know I can do it. I'm not concerned. It's just... I was hoping to do it while I'm still unemployed. So that way... I'm like not trying to juggle like working, exercising, and streaming. Something I'll probably have to give at that point, you know. I'll probably have to cut back the stream a little bit once I'm like working again. So some gyms might be different though, Alex. Some might allow you to cancel if you're just speaking to a manager. It really depends on the gym. But I know in general, a lot of big chain gyms that are cheaper make it more difficult for reasons. I gotta mix these paints. They're too sticky. They're not spreading well. I gotta like stir them a bit. Some gyms might be a little more lenient on their cancellations, but there's also a lot that are not at all. But they've always been like that. It's not like it was new because of the pandemic. Their cancellation policies have always been very obfuscated and like not straightforward. There's horror stories of like gyms ruining people's credit if they like don't pay, and reporting them to collection agencies if they like don't cancel the proper way and shit like that. They've been through quite a few class action lawsuits. It just was like way more apparent because of COVID that the practice was flawed. I wish I had space for like exercise equipment at home. We had a treadmill when we were living in a townhome before we moved to this apartment. I had like a treadmill, but this apartment is way too small for that big ass treadmill, so I sold it before we moved here. I much would prefer to use a treadmill at home than a gym, because then I can, if I wanted to jog at like, you know, 11 p.m. at night. This was also before I was streaming, so if I wanted to like just fit it in at a random time in the day, I wouldn't have to like structure my day around going to the gym, you know? Which was nice. It was really nice. But I found that cardio is the best way for me to actually like lose the weight. Because it also, doing the cardio also helps like alter my diet. It's interesting, like, I would be less hungry less frequently when I was doing cardio. My cravings for like certain foods was way down. Alright. Paint's looking a little easier to use now. Just needed a little water droplet and some stirring. And you get like another hour out of it. You know what I saw on Twitter today is somebody did, it was like a tweet, it was like getting carded by a young cashier. It's like they looked at their ID and was like, "You're good, I saw the 1 at the beginning." And then people in the comments were like, "Yeah, my kids ask me, were you born in the 1900s?" And I'm like, actually, yes. Born in the 1900s. We are that old. What about jogging outside? I actually don't really like jogging outside. One, I find pavement and asphalt to be way, like, concrete and stuff's way harder on my joints. I like the give that a treadmill provides, and I like the stability of temperature and like having a fan nearby, and I can't jog when it's like freezing cold outside. I just find it, I'm already like cold natured, so if I was like having to jog when it's like freezing or close to freezing, I would be miserable. I mean, it's not like impossible, I just don't, I find it harder to be motivated. Okay. Yeah, that one was really dry. Oh, Making a mess. Wow, this color is almost completely solidified. Barely used it. I guess that's why. Didn't get touched. Okay. That song kind of feels like the end cap to a playlist. Oh no, not quite. Alright. They are stirred. They are ready to use. Let's do... I'm gonna move my chair. Yeah, this has all been... It's been Chrono Cross for the past, like, hour. Let's do purple, red. It's like a sad music box. Alright, we got 3 more bubbles of this size, and then I can move on to making tinier ones to layer in here. So we'll go ahead and finish those. I'll take a short break, and then see how much longer I go tonight. This looks way better than it did, though. I think keeping it simple with bubbles is probably the best choice I could have made. Let's do... have I done a blue-orange one yet? I don't think I have. Blue-orange is honestly a hideous color combo, but we're gonna do it anyway. There's so much white that jarring color combinations like that don't quite pop as much. Looking forward to the next dungeon. Yeah, we're gonna do... I think that I want to do the Earth dungeon first with Medley and Wind Waker. It's gonna be fun. I'm just really... The thing with Wind Waker that's been kind of bugging me is how much it's been crashing. Which I'm having to like download the VODs and then kind of slice them up, which is kind of a pain. Because I don't want to have like crashes in there, you know? Yo! Erica A. Bell, thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying your night out there. There's a bit of a frame dropping issue tonight, but I'm just rolling with it since it's a static painting image anyway. But thank you for hanging in there, checking me out. You rock. Thank you. You rock. No, you do. I appreciate the kind words. That's very sweet. I'm just kind of messing around. If only I could show the unedited version on Twitch without fear of getting banned. All it takes is one person being like, he showed a boob. And suddenly I'm banned. His painting had a boob in it. Because I'm afraid, yes, she is topless. But really, I do appreciate it. I always love it when people find me on my art streams. It makes me feel good. I also generally do like Animal Crossing, and I've been working through Zelda and stuff too. So you may see me doing that kind of stuff as well, with painting from time to time. Boobies are beautiful. The human body is great. Nothing to be ashamed of. The shame that our Judeo-Christian American society has put on the human body is just ridiculous. Honestly. Hey, Kinky. Like, is there really much more to say? Other than get over it. If a naked body makes you uncomfortable, then how... I don't know. I mean, I guess my naked body makes me uncomfortable, but that's my problem. How do you like your eggs? Scrambled or over easy? I like a fried egg over easy. That's my favorite. I love like a yolk that just pops and then you can like soak the toast in it. Or, yeah, fried eggs are so good. I'm not big on sunny side up. I don't like any kind of runniness on the outside of the egg, you know? But like a low heat fried egg, flipped once, couple minutes cooking with that nice runny yolk. Ugh, so good. Now I want fried eggs. I'd eat a boiled egg, but the thing is with hard-boiled eggs is that if you boil them too long, the yolk is like, ugh, it's so bad. There's like a perfect, I think it's, you have to like slightly, you got to take, like most people recommend 10 minutes. I usually take my eggs out when I'm boiling them at like 8 minutes, because then the yolk is still somewhat yellow and fluffy and it's not like that hard, dry, grayish green Mess? Oh, we're getting a YouTube ad. Thanks, YouTube. Oh my god. Limited time frigid costumes. Wow. That's a hell of a game. I don't even know what that was. Oh, let's start this playlist over. This is a playlist, Minutes of Nintendo Elevator Music. So be prepared for Nintendo elevator music coming up. You want to eat eggs now? Me too. Over easy eggs are my jam. They're so easy to make too. As long as you can flip it, that's all you gotta do. I think the problem I can't do is like when someone scorches eggs. Oh, I cannot eat it. When it's like been browned and burned. Ugh, I can't. I typically will not send food back in restaurants, but if I go to like a breakfast place and my eggs are in any way brown, I'm like, no. Do not give me a burnt ass egg. See, it seems like my frames are chilling out now. Now I'm down below 20% dropped frames after being up at like 40% for a while tonight. But it's also like 1 a.m. Thoughts on hot dogs? Hate them. Don't want to eat them, ever. Do not like hot dogs. Definitely one of the things way far down on my list of things I'll eat. A grilled hot dog is maybe the only way in which I find it edible. But then I have to slather like onions and chili and ketchup and mustard. It needs like a ton of stuff to cover up the hot dog. That first track was the Mii editor in Nintendo Wii U. Here, I'll link to the playlist. It's called Minutes of Nintendo Elevator Music by Vapid Bobcat. It just started. We just ended listening to Chrono Cross. Relaxing Chrono Cross music was the last hour. Let's do red, green. I haven't been using green very much in these, because there's so many trees and greenage around them, it kind of doesn't pop very well. We'll do green, red, orange. How about that? If it were up to me, Erica, I would be listening to my own music, but ever since the DMCA stuff, I'm kind of scared too. I normally would be listening to like ambient music, electronic stuff, but I'm kind of trying to be better and do just video game music from here on out, which I don't have like a wide like library of video game music. I kind of just like pick random YouTube playlists that feel like a vibe and just kind of play those. If it were up to me though, I'd be playing that was one of my favorite parts of my painting streams, is just being able to like listen to my music and get into a zone, but had to re-tinker it a bit, you know? I don't want to get deleted. This is really weird. Paper needs to be further out. Don't know why they have to be like that. Because record companies have finally caught on to streaming services. They want their money. They want that money. They feel like they're being slighted. Copyright laws are crazy as hell in this country. Where are you from? I am from North Carolina. I actually sold a few pieces in 2020. For the first time ever. I had never sold a piece before 2020. Which it was great. I actually sold them to people on Twitch and people online. I've never exhibited my art in any like public space or anything like that. I would love to one day, but my problem is I'm not very prolific. I'm very slow. My painting, I am someone like this painting is really old. I'm not going to say exactly how many years old it is, but I finished it maybe like 5 years ago. And then I just picked it up in 2020 because I looked at it again and was like, I want to change that. I want to change that. I want to change this and that. And then it was like a cascade effect. Suddenly I just wanted to like retool the whole thing. Thank you, yeah. It was a big deal. Yeah, it was cool to sell stuff. I was like honestly shocked that people liked it enough to sell it. I guess here, I'll show you. I normally show people some of my stuff, so I'll take a quick little breather here. I got one more bubble to make in this size. And then I'll show you some of the paintings I worked on in the past couple years here. So I have this piece, which was for my brother. He commissioned me to make a skyline of the city we live in. So I generally consider my stuff like abstracted landscapes, very colorful, geometric, linear type designs. But I'm not shy about color. In fact, lots of stuff of mine is extremely bright and colorful. I did a couple of monochromatic pieces, which I love, but they're just kind of a departure for me. Anyway, that's one of them. Here is another one. That one's cropped. There's actually a little bit more on all edges that you can't really see in the layout, because I didn't want to have like edges exposed on the stream. But you can see there's kind of a consistency to my style. Just very busy, very linear, very geometric. This was my blue period. 2017 was a rough year. I'll just say that. You can definitely tell, right? I was going through some things. But that's one of my favorite ones. Just, I don't know, something about it is just, I don't know how to describe it, but I like that one. Anyway, and then there's this one, which was this one was, the pink one here is the formula. It's kind of where I came up with this style. So it's like kind of the origin of how where my painting style has kind of progressed over the years. It kind of started with this one as a launching point and then kind of moved into the other ones naturally from there. But yeah. So yeah, and this one is actually older than all of those. But it didn't have as much of this like busyness happening. I kind of went back and added lots of these like small little circles and details you can see in there. Thank you, Erica. Thank you very much. Like it still had some of these overarching like circles and squiggles and stuff, but I really went and added tons of detail that was not there. And it's better for it. It's just, I'm just someone who gets kind of lost in that busy line work. Okay, so this last bubble, it's actually, we need the little glare. Anyway, yeah, out of those ones I showed you, 3 of them have been sold. The only one that hasn't been sold was the original pink one that I showed at the end. I haven't sold that one yet. Maybe one day, you know? I figure if somebody likes it, they'll let me know and they'll reach out to me. Because that's how the other ones happened. It's just kind of like, I was working on stuff and they were like, show me your other stuff. And then they were like, oh my god, how much is that? And I was like, oh, for real? Shit, sure. Let's have a conversation. What's that? Oh shit, really? Both of the senators in Georgia won? Oh my god, are you serious? He lost his power? Don't play games with me right now. This is... Oh my god. It's trending on Twitter. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let's look. I don't want to fall into a Twitter hole live on stream, but... I don't know, it looks neck and neck. Some of these tweets are like an hour old, though. I'll come back to that. We gotta get this bubble painted. Let's see. Oh, I gotta put myself back up. Hold on. I'm here. Alright, this last little bubble. How about... Is this like a... Wii shop? What is this? Oh, DSI shop. Good old menu music. Let's do... blue? We did blue green. Could do blue purple. No, let's do blue purple. How does Nintendo even manage to make, like, menu music a hit? Sounds like really chill, like bossa nova to me. I love the samba bossa vibes. Uh-oh, we got some Splatoon. Squid Sisters? Cute. So underrated, the Squid Sisters. Alright. Bubbles galore. We got some blue. Now we can do some tiny bubbles in white. I should play some Splatoon. I haven't played Splatoon in like over a year. Woomy. Bops that include nonsense lyrics. I know, it's so good. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in like a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes or something like that. Hold tight for a little bit. That's already 1:20. That took me a bit longer than I thought to do all those bubbles, but it was worth it. Because now I'm completely removed from the eggs. The eggs are gone. I probably should do another little coating of white inside of some of these big bubbles though. They look a little washy. So maybe I'll do that real quick and then just toss in some small bubbles here and there too. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy the tunes. All right, I am back. Hello. Good bathroom break, good chill break. Did some nice stretches. Got a couple of neck pops and knuckle pops in there. I needed it. Feels good. Probably could get a couple more pops. But hey, I'm here. Hope you enjoyed the you liked the Pokemon song, and the last one was Tomodachi Life, which that game was so cute. I didn't give it enough credit. There's some super cute memes that came out of Tomodachi Life though. Anyway, oh, that's not the right screen. One moment. That's the right screen. Oops. That was my other display. Favorite Pokemon games music. Nice. Yeah, this playlist is pretty chill for video game music. Got some... It really is kind of elevator music-y, but I like it. It's like jazzy. This feels like... I wonder if there's any Pilot Wings music in here. I don't see any. Kind of shocked. I want to hear the Birdman, the bird song, when you're the bird guy in Pilot Wings 64. What a moment. Alright, I'm going to switch to a slightly bigger brush for the interiors of these bubbles. Do a couple more bits of white in these. Give a little bit more coat action. Make them nice and solid and clean and pristine. Another coat of white. It's what I love. Y'all can't see me doing a damn thing, but I sure am enjoying myself. Oh, hell yeah. We're getting down in this stream. Don't party too hard. Wait, have my dropped frames gone away? No. Wishful thinking. Damn, this is a good song. Mario Party? This is from Mario Party. I swear, some games have some tucked away musical gems in there. YouTube's such a great resource for finding cool random shit. Honestly, feel bad for any human being who still gives a shit about traditional cable media. Hi! Let's give Kid Knives some hearts. Muted, but hello! Oh, 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 oh. There we go. Oh my god, is that slide guitar? Stop. Aww. Art stream. Streaming the art. I do it all, baby. Jack of all trades, a master of none. Yo! Hyrule Hero. Appreciate that follow very, very much. Thank you. That's very kind of you to give little old me a follow. Hope you're having a great night out there. If you're a lurker, enjoy that lurk. And the tunes, the tunes. They're really putting me into a groove. I'm totally feeling this playlist. This is the best one so far tonight. Digging this elevator music vibe. It really is hitting the spot for me. Alright, we need a little more red in this spot. This line got a little on the narrow side. Since I'm such a stickler for consistent line width. Or close to consistent. Gotta clean that up. Easy. Alright, y'all can't see it, but I'm doing a second coat of white inside these bubbles. They're very washy. You can still see through them a little too much. Like you can see the lines that I covered, so that's why I just gotta add that extra coat to cover the shape that was underneath them that they were made to cover up. To y'all, it looks like a nice, even, washed out white, but not for I. Retail? Oh my god. I miss retail. Stop it. Reese and Cyrus. Come back. More for some bullshit throwaway event. Bum bum bum. Yes, high dose of nostalgia. This white paint smells so good. It's like a sweet lozenge. Almost like a lavender type smell. Breath of the Wild. Oh, this is Terrytown after they get married. How can I already be nostalgic for a game that's only been out like... Well, I guess it's been out almost 4 years now. Feels like an eternity ago, doesn't it? The last 4 years have seriously felt like a lifetime. We all know why, but geez. Talk about escapism at its fucking finest. Breath of the Wild came out like the perfect time. That's also kind of how I feel about Animal Crossing, but... I gotta say, Terry Town is one of my favorite side quests in like all of Zelda games. So wholesome. Alright. This belt of bubbles is good. I'm actually way more pleased with them than I thought I would be. I thought they were just going to be... like they were going to stick out a lot and not really work. Like they would look like they're trying to cover something, and they actually don't. They actually don't look like they're covering anything at all. So that's good. I'm happy. I was for sure thinking when I started them, like, oh god, I'm just gonna look at them and always see what's underneath, you know? That is not the case, and that's the best thing I could ask for. All right, cool. Second coat in the bubbles is done. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let me. Oh, there we go. I can feel that tension. Oh man. Okay. Viridian City. Feels good. Alright, I guess it's time for some smaller bubbles. I'm wondering if I should keep them all with white interiors or if I should. Probably should. I don't know if it's not that I just have never played Pokemon, so I'm just very uninformed on the series. I should give it a shot though. I generally enjoy like retro turn-based RPGs. I just kind of fell out of RPGs in my teens and I never really picked them back up. Like the only RPGs I was really into were on the SNES and PlayStation 1. I never had a PlayStation 2 or 3. And Nintendo's RPGs, like, I don't know, I just kind of had a Wii and a GameCube, and GameCube was like, I don't know, GameCube wasn't like a JRPG machine, you know? Like, I feel like Nintendo relegated all their RPG content to like handhelds, and I didn't get a handheld until I got New Leaf. Like, I didn't have a Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy Color. I had a normal DS, but honestly, I never really played it that much. I should give the games a shot, though. I really should. There's a whole like plethora of amazing games out there that I've like not even touched. Alright, we're going to thin this white out so we can use it a bit longer tonight. I think I'm essentially done with the colors. I'm just going to make white bubbles and then probably do outlining. Honestly, I think this is like the end. I thought she was maybe like 80% done, but I think she was probably more like 90% when I started tonight. I want to do like a couple more things need outlines. Like I think I want to add in some little outlines on some of these squiggles, just give them a little more like flourish. I think it'd be really pretty to do like kind of a big white design down here that I can add details into, just to kind of like break up all this busyness with just like a nice clean brush stroke or something. I think would look cool. Maybe do something else on the top that's kind of similar. Because I was not going to do like an empty clean white space like this. But then when I did it, I was like, that's actually breaks up the painting really well. And I kind of dig it. And now I kind of want to like maybe figure out a way to get a little bit more like clean white in some of these really dense areas to break them up. Playing a lot of like, there's a lot of Kirby music on this playlist too. Kirby music, Mario Kart 8 menu music, Wii and 3DS menu music, Animal Crossing. It's interesting. Alright. Let's use, I don't want to use this super tiny brush. We'll go slightly bigger. Probably go for, oh my god, I've just been dicking around for like the past 20 minutes. Alright, we're just gonna add in random bubbles of varying sizes. Okay, this brush is too big. I need the small one. I thought I could do slightly bigger, but I can't. Me and this tiny brush. We are bound for life, me and this micro brush. I just cannot. I just feel like it understands me. Let's do KK Bossa. Classy. Gonna do one in front of that. It's like a fine line. If I start adding too many, then it becomes cluttered again. So I have to be very like thoughtful about not pushing it too far. Let's do a tiny one here. Real tiny. Do one like up here. I'm thinking we need another one that overlaps instead of underlaps. This is Bayonetta music. Good call. It is. Hey, alien. Good to see ya. Hope life has been treating you well as it can treat people in the year 2020 and 2021. 2021's been an interesting year already. So far, so good? Hard to say. Alien, I'm sure I told you, but I'm going to tell you again, because it's been a while. You know, you're the first Twitch streamer I ever got into. I found you doing perler art, and I fell in love with Twitch as a platform, and you inspired me. Just wanted you to know that. Again, in case you forgot. It's the truth. I enjoyed my times in your stream even though I was a hardcore lurker. I used to be not Alice. And I was like, I've had quite a few name changes over the years. I'm getting into overthinking territory. Alright, I just need to fucking do it. Don't overthink. But also don't underthink. Oh my god, the pressure. Let's do a underlap right here. I feel like I should be less shy about like mixing colors. I'm very tied to using colors straight out of the tube. Which I feel like I should try to move away from that. And once I'm done with this painting and the male version of this painting, I'm going to try and move away from the hardcore rainbow color schemes. I want to try and like refine my color palette a little bit in the next, like the actual new pieces I start making. This is all old shit that I've been retooling for years. I really want, like, I've been really into the, like, a red and teal color scheme. That's been really, I don't know, something about that I think is really pretty. But I am kind of I'm getting over the rainbow stuff. Like, the more I work on these pieces and the longer I look at them, the more I'm like, yeah, I need to like find something else. Let's do a bubble up here. Kind of drifting and overlapping this little guy. Okay. Mario Kart 8. Wi-Fi menu. Full mix. Wow, there's like some really chunky paint there that making that circle look a little rough from this angle, but I think it's just that I'm not looking at it head on. Looks very ovular. It's fine. Alright, let's do the most iconic music of all time, maybe. Overrated? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I love it. I mean, it was bound to be on a Nintendo-themed elevator music playlist. It was like tailor-made for this moment. Let's do one that's a little bigger. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get to outlining these tonight. As much as I want to, and I know I won't be in bed before like 3:30. I should probably still stop within like 30 minutes. Because I'm just not that fast. Alright, the good news is I think I have just enough white paint to finish these bubbles without wasting paint. I hate wasting paint for whatever reason. I know it's like part of it, but I get kind of annoyed when I have huge swaths of leftover paint, like all of these colors in the middle. It's a lot of leftover paint. I could save it. I could put a wet sponge over it and probably reuse it. I probably should do that. Hey! Ooh, Pure Asian Boy. Thank you for the follow. That name. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna finish these bubbles. Hostage shouted me out. Oh. Thank you, Hostage. Thank you for the follow. That's very sweet of you. Hostage is a gem. A true human gem. Seriously, so freaking nice. So sweet. Not a bad bone in his body. Just radiates chill energy and positivity. And I love it. Thank you, Hostage, and thank you, Pure Asian Boy. Alright, I'm trying to keep the ratio of bubbles on this side to the same amount as on the other side, and I'm not really like counting. I'm just like eyeballing because I'm too lazy. I don't plan very well. I just go with the flow. Let's do a moderately large bubble right here. Moderately large. Fingernail sized. All right. Aww. I never even played that much Kirby music as a kid, but Kirby music always makes me like go nostalgic for my childhood. Alright, a lot of these bubbles are coming out close to the same size, so I need to switch up these sizes a little bit. Let's do a real teeny tiny one right here. There we go. Do you take requests? I can. This playlist has about... Where are we at? This playlist has about 15 minutes left on it. I know I'm ending... I want to play Birdman from Pilotwings 64. But yeah, I'll take a request. I hesitate to take, in general, stream song requests because, honestly, I'm a big fucking music snob. And if I don't want to hear something, I'll just turn it off. Because I'm a dick like that. Like, when it comes to music... If I hate it, I'm probably gonna be like, next. Because I have a short, you know. I'm a little snobby in that way, I'll admit. When all my friends when I was a teenager used to call me the music snob. So, it's definitely a thing. Alright, let's do a slightly bigger bubble. And you know what? I'll admit, I am a little snobby when it comes to music. I can't deny it. I really can't. If something sucks, I'm probably gonna sigh and make some sort of comment. Because I'm just like that. I do try to not do that sometimes, though. Oftentimes I fail. I'm also, is anyone else like, when I am listening to a song, like my husband is someone who he'll start a song and then he'll let it play like a minute or two and he won't finish it. He'll just like skip to the next song. That shit drives me crazy. Like if I hate a song, sure, I'll skip it. But if I'm like into a song, I want to hear it until it ends. I don't want to like have it just be interrupted or messed up or not finished. Drives me crazy. Like it short circuits my brain. Let's see, not a lot of overlapping happening on this side. How many times did I do it on the other side? 1, 2. Oh, I did it 3 times. So I did it 1, 2. Okay, I need to do it over here. Let's do it. Let's do it with this one. We'll do an overlap with a moderate, like a dime-sized bubble right here. Okay. Solid bubbles. I need a few more on the right side though. This song is way more staccato than I remember it being. Oh, I'm deep in a zone right now. I could honestly go for like another 2 hours, but I'm not going to. Kind of sucks sometimes when you like it's like a snowball. I start off really, really slow, and now I'm like in the groove, which is kind of how streaming is in general. Like I feel like the groove happens somewhere around the second or third hour, which is usually when I stop. But I can't do anything beyond 4 hours is like exhausting for me. Hey, all right, Kid Knives. Mwah. Take it easy. Sleep tight and sweet dreams. Thanks for lurking out there tonight. Bubbles and bonsais. Maybe I should have some bubbles come in front of her. Maybe not, though. I like them kind of behind her. Good night. Good night. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the bubbles behind her. I'm tempted, though. I'm kind of shocked Booster's Tower from Super Mario RPG is not in this playlist. Feels like it would snuggle right in perfectly in there somewhere. So we got, I'm gonna count the bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. There's 19 just in that spot. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 45, 46, 47-ish. So around 50. That's a lot. Alex, if you're still there, what's the song you want me to play? This playlist has got like one more song. Oop. Alright. Let me try to squeeze in. That was 48. I guess I can squeeze in like 2 more. Let me see who is around to raid, because I'm wrapping it up here. Oh, Hostage is still on. Maybe we should go over to Hostage. Clocktown Day 2 with rain. Got it. Oh. YouTube. Alright, we'll just do it for like a couple minutes. It's got like a 30-minute extended YouTube. And then I'm doing my Pilot Wing 64 Birdman jaint. Cause hell yeah. I haven't heard that in forever. I love the Pilot Wing 64 soundtrack. It's so funky. Alright. Oh, this little video is cute. It's got like rain going down glass. Fancy. Alright, I guess I can put a couple more bubbles like in these white areas that don't have anything in them right now. I feel like this side is missing. Oh no, I have a bubble right there. Never mind. I say there's a big one missing in that general area, but I appear to have covered that. No, I probably should decide where those are gonna go. I'll just use like some lime green, do like little circles. Yeah, the song's very chill. Hey, Sleepy Soku. Sorry, I'm in a zone. I am wrapping up here. I'll probably be finishing in the next 10 minutes or less, but I've been working on all these bubbles you see in the center part of the painting, kind of going over these green leaves of these bonsai trees. It's been kind of productive. For me in painting, it feels like it's been productive, so that's good. How are you doing tonight? I'll do one right here, and I'll just have to redefine them with other colors. Looks stunning, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a labor of love. I couldn't tell you how many hours I put into this. Suffice to say... Uh-oh! Oh my god! I was about to come over to Hostage. But Hostage, you came to me. Thank you. Welcome, Raiders. Screaming time. Welcome on in. Come in, come in. Hostage Raid. Welcome. We are listening to some video game tunes tonight, doing some painting. You know, stuff. Sausage Raid. Hey, Rando. Hey, is it Epoa? Epoa? Welcome, y'all. Thank you for coming in and participating in that raid. Always a joy to see new people. What were you playing, Hostage? Let me give you a shout out to anyone who's in here and has not checked Hostage out. I was talking about him earlier when Pure Asian Boy came by and said Hostage is just genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever interacted with on Twitch, and his voice is like butter. What were you playing? Hades! Oh shit, you were playing Hades. Got a jet. Good night. Take it easy, Alex. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. Any which way. I like it. However the wind blows is how I'll say your name. Yeah, I was about to hit the hay myself. Probably it was going to be within 10 minutes. But I'll go a little bit longer here. I'll tell y'all a little bit about myself. Let me... I get into the zone. But my name is PinkJJS. I am typically an Animal Crossing streamer. I paint from time to time, and I've been working my way through lots of Zelda titles the past year. I've made my way through about 7 of them, and I'm also currently doing occasional Minecraft creative streaming. I have a server that I run that's really just me, that I boot up when I want to play. But yeah, I'm typically someone who's more into creative sim type games and design. A little more on the chill, low-key end of streaming. Not too high energy, but, you know, just chill bedtime vibes going on here. I'll show y'all some of my work. I know my frames are a bit iffy tonight. They've been kind of on the fence again. I'm having, ever since Christmas, I've had some frame issues with Twitch, but we're just barreling through anyway. But here are a couple examples of my work. This is a skyline I did for my brother. He commissioned me to make a skyline of Charlotte, so I did a skyline and then I threw my own twist on it. Pirate Spidey, thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you very much. As you can see, I'm not shy about color. You'd love my Neopet. Ooh, Neopets. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not shy about color. I kind of classify my paintings as like abstracted landscapes mostly. So you'll see lots of bright colors, lots of linear kind of designs and geometric shapes. Not totally based in reality, but there's elements of realism in there, I guess. I don't know. It's mostly just stylized. But I try to like have some sort of realistic anchor somewhere in each painting. And there's lots of kind of graphical elements too. But it's acrylic painting on a Yupo paper. Yupo paper is like a plastic synthetic paper, kind of like poster, but a little more hardy, a little thicker. I like it because it's a paper and it's easy to store and use, but it doesn't wrinkle and bend and get messed up when you apply like a wet medium to it. So it's really interesting. But these are a couple of my pieces. As you can see, there's kind of a common element to all of them. You know, that kind of those ribbon wavy lines is kind of my thing, I guess. But I appreciate y'all coming in. I am gonna hop back to it for a little bit longer. This is actually an older piece that I had finished many years ago, and I looked at it in 2020 and was like, yeah, that needs more. It's missing something. So I picked it back up and decided to push it a little bit further. And I'm glad I did, because it looks a lot better now than it did. The version without the blocker is on my Twitter page. And it's also like before I started adding tons more detail to it. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out on my Twitter. It's like the pinned tweet, the first thing you'll see when you pull it up. Pretty sure there's a link to it below the stream if you're on desktop. I'm not sure about mobile, but my Twitter name is the same as my Twitch name, in case you want to type it in or whatever, you know. But I keep it pretty low key here. Keep it pretty low key. Let me find another. I was about to play one of my all-time favorite video game songs, but I guess I'll have to find something else for a minute here. This song goes on and on and on, so let's just go to a random playlist for a minute. Thank you, Pirate Spidey. Love the color. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not shy about color, that's for sure. That is definitely for sure. Oh, we got a stray bristle alert. But I hope y'all are enjoying your night. I don't know how late it is for y'all out there, but for me it is rounding the bend towards 3 o'clock. So I'll probably go like 10-15 more minutes. Find a good stopping point and hit the hay. Have to pass the love on. But what I did tonight is I added all these bubbles in here. I had plants that were like, they looked more like corn plants, and I hated them. I absolutely despised the way they looked. So I turned them into bonsais, and I still had these like weird little corn looking shapes coming, like protruding randomly from these bonsais. So I just decided I'm gonna turn them into like bubbles. And now this is what we have. It looks a lot better now. Honestly, it looks so much better than it did. I'm happy with the choice. I wasn't sure at first, but now it feels like it's always been this way. The true test was like, if I can look at it and not tell what was there before, then it was a success. And it's a success. But I hope y'all had a wonderful night in Hostage's stream. Enjoy the lurk for a little while longer, while I find a nice stopping point. Ayomu! Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you for the follow. You love piano music? This is Breath of the Wild music with some rain. Breath of the Wild, I didn't think this way until I replayed it in 2020, but I think Breath of the Wild officially has my favorite Zelda music. It just pushes it to like a higher level, in my opinion. I like the kind of airy, ambient kind of feel that the game's music goes to. I'm a big ambient music fan, so when it pushes, when a game pushes its music into like a more unstructured place, you know, where it's more atmospheric, I really enjoy it a lot. Like, of course, classic Zelda music is great, but there's just something about Breath of the Wild music that transcends the genre of video game music. And that's always the kind of music, video game music, that I prefer. Like, I already listened to Chrono Cross music tonight. I absolutely love that. Yo, Mel Games, thank you for the follow as well. Damn, y'all, thank you. Very much appreciated. If you're lurking out there, enjoy that lurk. Yeah, so I'm just painting bubbles. Painting little white bubbles. That's what I've been doing for almost 4 hours now. Oh my god. I didn't think it would take me that long, but as you can see, the size of my brush is like... I mean, I pretty much have used this size brush on the entire painting. It's essentially... I mean, here, you know. It's like nothing. Oh, yeah, it's like barely there. That's just what I do. I just use that teeny tiny brush. It's what I need. It's what I crave. But yeah, on my painting streams, I used to listen to my own like music library, Spotify and stuff, but yeah, no. Things changed in 2020. We had to make some adjustments. So I've been trying to like really find video game music that works for me. Oh my god, I'm making a mess. Making a mess. Gotta stop that. Yikes. It's really chunky right here, this paint. Can't get a smooth application on it. Like refuses to apply smoothly. This area is a little overworked. Been on Greece. How do you say it? Is it Gree? It's gotta be Gree. It's not Greece. Gree does look really pretty. I've never played it, but it reminds me of like Child of Light, which is a really pretty game. You say it like Greece. Gree. Seems like it would be Gree, but I can barely say. I've been playing Wind Waker and I've had the hardest time saying, oh my god, now I can't even say it. I actually heard it earlier today and was like, that's how you say it. Archipelago? Archipelago? Archipelago. I don't know, but I've had the most difficult time saying that. I know how to spell it, I just can't say it. It's a very lovely game. Rando suggested it. Oh my god, are you giving me a Bob Ross emote? Oh my god. Archipelago. Yeah, every time I try to say it, it comes out different. Archipelago. I feel like it's Pelago. People that wonder is pronounced Greece and means gray in Spanish, French, and Catalan. Copy pasted from the interwebs. Well, there you go. They can't be wrong, right? Oh my god, water on the brush. Alright, so avoid the blue paint because it's a mess right now. Oh, the red paint's basically dried up too, shit. I haven't stirred these in a minute. I was using the white for so long. My favorite track from Breath of the Wild is the Gerudo Town at Night, though. It is otherworldly good. Yeah, these paints are not applying the way I want them right now. I let them sit here too long untouched. A couple of the paints are good, but most of them are dry. Learned how to play Gerudo Valley on piano a long time ago. Nice. This is a really good one too. Rito Village. Oh shit, that was a big water drop. Oh my god. Panic moment. Panic. It's fine. I'm basically using such a small amount of paint here. I'm basically like staining areas instead of painting. Like paint and water. let's do a green bubble. And I'm gonna pick my last song of the night. I've been waiting to play this one to wrap it up. I had a hankering to listen to it earlier. But I'll let this next song play, and then I'll pick it. Oh yeah, this is a good one. They're all good, but you know. Okay. We'll do a little glare line. Cool. And that seems like as good a place to stop as any. I say as I continue to do more. It's the classic one more game, but in painting form. One more line, one more stroke, one more bubble. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pause this song. I'm gonna switch it over to my final song of the night. Let's get that rain music out of here. Please don't be a YouTube ad. This song is a motherfucking mood. It is Pilotwings 64. Birdman. I fucking love it. Take me back. Yes. Such a grand moment the first time you unlock Birdman. Oh my god. Iconic. Take it easy, Pirate Spidey. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Who's still on? Who's doing stuff? We got some Breath of the Wild. Some Dead by Daylight. Hades. Demon Souls. Yeah, I could watch some PS5 Demon Souls before I go to bed. It's so pretty. I don't know how much longer he's going to be streaming, though. I need to make like a Pilotwings playlist. Yeah, I think I want to watch some Demon Souls before I go to bed. So I'm going to send y'all over to The World is a Drag. Switch Pilot Wings win. I know, right? I wish. I think Wii Sports Resort was essentially Pilot Wings, but I never played that. I'd be down for another Pilot Wings. Rocket Pack? I just want like a Rocket Pack games. A Rocket Pack game. Just give me Rocket Pack back. I loved Rocket Pack. It was my favorite part. The Rocket Pack level with the cavern. I used to love speedrunning that and trying not to touch the walls. It was like my favorite part of that game. And finding all the little like Easter egg shortcuts and stuff. There was a lot to explore in that game for kind of how bare bones it was. Pilot Wings 64 has not aged well, but it really was like a pretty cool game for its time. Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna play one more song as I basically get us ready for the raid. If you have hard emotes, just spam whatever hard emotes you have. Less than threes. Hostage's hard emote. Whatever you got. And we're gonna head over to The World is a Drag. Thank you all for coming in. Hostage, again, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it very much. Hostage told us you loved hard emotes. I do love hard emotes. That's my go-to raid. It's my go-to raid message. Just hearts. You don't even have to say anything. Just lots of hearts. This is Child of Light, Aurora's theme. Good night, Soku, Ipoa, Hostage, Pirate. I know you already went to bed. Anyone else out there lurking? Thank you. And good night as well. I'm going to go through and thank everyone that followed tonight. Haley, thank you for the gift sub to Lapina. AZ Midsky, thank you for the raid earlier tonight and the follow. Erica A. Bell, Hyrule Hero 8, and Pure Asian Boy, thank you for the follows. Hostage, thank you for the raid. And Pirate Spidey, Ayomu, Mel Games, and Ipoa, thank you for the follows. And J Props, hey, and good night. Thanks for lurking out there tonight. I appreciate it. To anyone else who was in here earlier tonight, Alex, Alo, Moira, General Amazingness, Andrew, Alien, who else was around? Kinky. Quite a few people were here. Sorry for the drop frames. They actually are better now than they've been all night. So hopefully tomorrow I have beautiful frames, no problems. Tomorrow I'm thinking probably Minecraft. Probably do some Minecraft or something. I don't know. But y'all have a great night. Mwah. Mwah. Sleep tight, sweet dreams. So long. We're going over to The World is a Drag, so get those heart emotes ready. All right, y'all, here we go. Mwah. Good night.